Hey friends, Chad Hauer here, team leader of the Hauer Home Team here in Washington State, and I wanted to share with you a market update. There's a lot of changes going on right now in the real estate market. So here's the latest and greatest news from September of 2022 in Pierce County specifically. So as we look at this, you're going to see the median sale price is now $536,500. So if we compare that to the same time last year, from making sure we're comparing seasonality apples to apples, we've seen a 6% increase in values of homes in Pierce County over the last year. Now, as you can see here, this graph shows we've actually dropped though from the last 4 months. So each of these dots represents the most recent months. So this being the month of October, or I'm sorry, the month of August here. So we have seen a decline. Some of that could be seasonality. A lot of it is definitely a part of increased interest rates, and that means it's costing buyers more. So the pool of buyers available to purchase a home is therefore shrinking. When we look at what's taken place as far as the competitiveness of offers, buyers will actually be happy to see this. While homes are still averaging selling for over list price, they're not selling for as much over list price right now. So we can see it drop down to 101.2% of the list price, So looking at that, it's still very much so a seller's market when the home is priced appropriately. Time frame on market, right now we're seeing median days on market still very low, 6 days on market. That is very, very quick. And the number of pendings though, number of pending sales is down almost 21%. So that's a pretty significant drop in the number of sales that are taking place now. So we are definitely seeing a slowdown in the number of buyers that are out there purchasing homes. This is also really interesting. If you look at this, so this represents the red, this is a 5-year history, okay? So if we go to current day right here, this red represents the number of homes that are for sale. There's 53.5% more homes for sale on the market right now than there were this same time last year. So that's very good news for buyers that have been feeling discouraged that they just can't find any options out there. Now the green is the number of homes that have sold. The number of homes that have sold is down by over 32%. So this is actually more a normalizing market. So we are still in a seller's market technically, as we're going to see here in a moment. But look at this over, really since COVID hit, this gap that we see between the green and the red, where for a couple of years here now we saw that there were actually more homes selling than there were coming on the market. And it was like, how is that even possible? It was just insane amount of demand. So now we're seeing it more stabilizing to a more sustainable sort of market. So there are more homes available for sale, certainly, and the number of home sales taking place, though, is dropping. Before we go to this next information, which is going to be what I call the absorption-based pricing index, which is really just a fancy way of saying supply and demand, I wanted to give you some context. So when we're talking about, is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? What the heck is the difference? How do we know? Is it just a feeling? This is how we really, evidentially determine who the market favors. So if there's less than 6 months on the market, that's considered a seller's market, and home prices will appreciate. If there's 6 to 7 months of homes on the market, that represents a neutral market, and homes will go along with inflation. And if there's 7 months or more worth of inventory, that represents a buyer's market, and that's where we see home values declining. So right now, you may be surprised when we're seeing as many price reductions as we are and the slowdown in number of homes, we are still very much so in a seller's market. As you can see, there's currently 1.7 months worth of homes on the market in Pierce County. So that means, give you an idea what I mean by that. If no more homes were to come on the market from this point forward, based on the current speed at which homes are selling, it would take 1.7 months in order to completely sell out of all the homes available for sale in Pierce County right now. So I want you to recognize, though, that there's a really important shift that we're experiencing right now. And I want you to be aware of it if you're a seller and if you're a buyer. And we are in the middle of a changing market right now. It is still a seller's market. Prices are increasing, though. As I'm recording this video, the Feds are meeting again this week to discuss increasing the interest rates yet again. The expectation is they're going to do so. They're going to increase it by another 0.75%. Now, that's the Fed lending rate, not necessarily how much interest rates for a loan will jump exactly. So there's a little bit of a difference there. We can talk offline about that. However, I want you to be aware, homes that are priced appropriately are still selling, and it's still a seller's market. However, it's nothing like it was just a short couple months ago, where we could put a house on at, even a little over market value and still get multiple offers and have it get bid way up above, like 5%, 10% over the asking price. So it's important to make sure that you are priced appropriately, you're priced realistically, and you're using recent comparables. If you're using comparables even just from 6 months ago, well, as you look back on that graph that I was sharing with you, that's what prices have been declining over the last handful of months, the median price in Pierce County. So you need to be aware of that. So if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to myself or anyone on our team. We are here to be of service to you and the people you care about. We appreciate you sharing your time with us, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks so much.